Hello everybody, my name is Thor Young. I'm a moderator of Bear Bull Traders, and I would like to do a recap for you on my trade today. Most specifically, I want to do a recap for you on my Apple trade today. Really solid trade. Really like what I've done here, and I want to show you and talk to you a little bit about the L2 ladder and show you how you can recognize some things here. So before I get into the trade, if you have just a moment, if you could throw me a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell, I'd really appreciate it. That really helps us out. So real quick, I'm going to pop over to the trade right now so you guys can see what's going on. So we look here on Apple. Apple did kind of a classic double topping pattern. One thing I noticed is we didn't have much L2 to the top side. We had a really nice ladder to the downside. You can see the ladder still there, right? 60, 64, 465. Really solid set of orders in the near area for the market maker to run. So I'm really looking at that. We squeezed back up to the 20 EMA and then came back down and recrossed the 9. So I added in short there with the loss of the moving average. Hopefully that doesn't put me in too tight and I'm going to get squeezed out. But this is really what a bearish looking ladder looks like. You want to see these orders to the downside, and it really kind of clues you in that we've got shorts involved and that they're putting their orders out below. Right now, the SPY's actually been dropping quite a bit, which I'm surprised to see Apple hang up so well above this daily level. My original stop loss was up about 145.14. I averaged in because of the ladder and that using a free roll. And like I said, hopefully this MA holds and we make new lows and break down here. I'd really like to get a partial right down here at like 144.51 or something like that. If we drop towards that area, I'll throw a partial out right before it hits there. So, and right now we're kind of at that moment of truth now. If we move strong and go back through this average, really good chance I get squeezed out. If we go down here and make a new low, then there's a really good chance I made the right decision here. So the ladder, as you can see, is dictating to me that we are much closer, right, to these large orders here. And for me, a market maker's job is to perform transactions, right? That their job really isn't to move the price up or down. It's really just simply to perform transactions. So if you use that in mind, then these orders really kind of tell you a lot. You can see that there's short sellers involved and they're putting cover orders to the downside, which makes the stock look bearish. Number two, you know the market maker, if they want to make money, right, by running through a bunch of transactions, that they're going to want to come down here to this 461 or even this 62 where they know there's a lot of liquidity available. Now this liquidity is shorts likely covering. It's still liquidity, right? They're still buy orders. Even if they're buying back into the broker, it makes no difference to a market maker. It's still a buy, right? So what'll happen here is we're consolidating a little bit because we've got some balance here and we've got lots of orders coming in right at the price, so the market maker doesn't have to move just yet. And then now here we go, moving down for these orders down here. It'd be really nice to see a nice big drop down towards 144.50, this daily level, pop through here. If we're gonna squeeze, this is where it's gonna happen. So I know I'm in a tight area. We came down and got one set of the orders at 144.60. And then we bounced off of that. So I'm not seeing a response in the bid. I'm not seeing a bunch of orders coming in here on the large tape. So I don't think we're gonna have a big defense here. And we still have our orders holding strong to the downside. I'm not seeing a lot developing to the top side, so it does not seem like the bulls. All right, there we go. Look at this. All right, so we have someone buying in right now that thinks we might bounce here because they're starting to put some nearby profit targets out at 67. They buy in. They put really, really narrow spread out there when they buy in. So you can kind of see when bulls are starting to try and engage and ambush the price, but their stops are also very weak. When you're looking for only a couple cents profit to get there, it doesn't take much to stop you out, a penny or two sometimes. That'll help fuel a bigger rip down. As those bulls stop out when we break this low here, that'll help us get down. It'll flush down to this 144.50. Okay, that's close enough for me, right at my R2 level, so I'm going to grab a little more off there. Moving back to break even, and now we're in for the ride on this thing. So this is just a really good example. I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. I just wanted to give you a really good example of what a bearish style level 2 is and how you can read the ladder. Obviously, we've got this 459 that's looming, but we don't have a lot of orders around or below. So the ladder is probably going to need to develop more. It's looking almost a little balanced. But if we can lose this level here, we'll start to shake more orders out and we'll start to move down quickly. But anyway, just a little example for you on Apple on how you can use the level 2 to gauge where you're going to be moving. I hope everyone has a great trading day today. And as always, y'all, keep it green. Thanks.